I'm at a rare tip. Tell them all just stand down to the cup goal and the stands clear. I've been out running, top gunning competition, they know who the man here. I can never fail, I can never fall, count it up without a cashier. And last year was real 25.
So today we were playing with the GOAT, Mr. Trae Young himself. We're going to be hitting the park, just some good vibes, hooping. I was in the stage playing twos with my friend when he texted me. Those texts are real. I'm going to put them on the screen right here. That's why at first I said not right now because I was already playing with somebody, but he said it was cool. So shout out to my man Tezo. And yeah, that's how it went. We went to the park. He picked me up on guard. And you guys know I really only run big guards, so it was a little bit difficult. I'm not going to lie. I'll show you guys the build after the first game. But yeah, we definitely got some good runs in, even went on a little streak. And for not playing the game, Trey's actually pretty good. The last couple games we played, he was dead carrying. You guys are going to see. But yeah, all around good vibes, good runs. Shout out to my man Trey for playing with me. I thought it was super cool. I had a lot of fun. Like and subscribe if you guys are new. And let's get into this first game. So game one, we have some sweats off rip. This is season 5. You have to remember, I never posted this. So 3 vets in season 5 is actually pretty sweaty. And I can't lie, they were sweating. I'm gonna take the rim run, making him jump, bringing the score to 5-4. I do have an 85 steal on this build. You can see me come up with the steal right there. That is minimum for an on-ball pluck, so I just make sure all my builds have it. As a tall guard on the threes, you know driver's seat is so important. A 6'5" ISOing is likely not going to be able to get a 3 if they're only guarding that. So here again, we take another rim run. Then we got Trey coming up with this steal, passing it to me, and I pass to my center. Side note, the center I was playing with is actually a demon. I didn't expect him to be like that. The PG on the other team was actually pretty decent as well. He was cooking me a little bit this game. Off the check, I dot my center, and he clanks that, leading to a transition for the other team. A little bit of a miscommunication here. I couldn't hear Trey or anything, so I didn't know if he wanted me to guard ball or whatever, but they end up missing. I hit him with the stop and go cheese, easy 2, and we're looking good. That layup gives me 2-way, so I'm playing pretty decent defense. But Trey is in la la land. The PG throws a steamer. That's an easy green. They end up stealing the ball off the inbound, hit the man on the hash, but he bricks. And I think we did a decent job of playing defense and rotating, but unfortunately my center reaches at the end and they get a 3. So here I am with the ball at the top of the key, and I told you guys it is not that easy to get a 3. I actually end up trying right here and almost sell the whole game. I probably look stupid. I was embarrassed after this, I'm not gonna lie. Clank. We do a decent job in transition on the defense, but I'm not gonna lie, these dudes were kind of getting bailed out. I feel like we weren't playing as bad of defense for them to get like 3 straight threes, but he makes it again. 15-11. It's really not looking that good. Then we're gonna get a nice easy layup, making it a 2-point game. Now we really need to stop. The game's almost over, and yeah, we just really need to stop right here. I get cooked. Wow. So we're down 5 at this point. I'm going to hunt for a 3. I literally cooked him like 6 times with the behind the back. I couldn't tell you what I'm doing. I might have been starstruck. I don't know, but I am in a survey and end up getting a 3 right here. That's big. So now we really need to stop. And you know, when it's crunch time is when I perform at my best. Plus my build has a 99 perimeter. So I'm not going to lie, I crunched this kid very bad this play, and they end up calling a foul. mygm. Seriously? So they're going to get another chance to score, which is absolute buffoonery, but I end up getting another steal. They end up almost getting a blitz right there, but I'm too good, and I'm going to hit Trey for the clutch 3. So now we really don't want to let up any buckets, but specifically for sure, no 3s. And I already told you guys, when it's crunch time is when I perform. So I am literally boxing this shit. I pretty much rode his shit for the whole 24 seconds. I'm not going to lie, he was in a complete cage, and he's going to end up taking a terrible mid-range shot, giving us the defensive rebound and a chance to win the game. I don't know what Trae Young's speed was, but he was out of there. Easy dubs. First dub. Easy. Now, I told you guys I'd show you after the first game which build I was using. It was this one right here. Honestly, this build sucks for the 3s. I don't run guard on 3s. It's super hard on a big guard, and I just don't do it. It's more for the 2s. It's a decent build, but just the pass hack and stuff like that is just not good for the 3s. But yeah, this was the build I was using. I would not make it for 3s though. Heading into the second game here, and these kids don't look as sweaty as the first guys, but this Jalen Brown dick rider had a 99 steal, and he was just on cock the whole game, I'm gonna be honest. But starting it off, Trey pump fakes, make him jump, and takes an easy 2. Down on the other end, I don't know what this kid was thinking. He takes 2 of the worst shots I've ever seen in my whole entire life, and we get the rebound. Then he's gonna foul as well. Next play, we got Trey on the ISO. I'm pretty sure he dribbled the whole 24 seconds out, and then at the very last second, he's gonna pass me the ball, and we end up getting a shot clock violation. I never understood why that gave me the violation committed. Like, dude, Really, bro? The Jaylen Brown Gobbler is going to drive in the paint, not have it. That was a great rotation by me. Passes to the Donovan Mitchell Gobbler, and he's going to take an easy 2. So now the score is 2-2. We got Trae Young on the ISO again, and he's going to end up getting a shot clock violation. Back on defense, my rotations are looking insane. I'm going to swing and get the easy steal right there. Pass it up to the big dog, and we're going to get an easy 2. This was actually a good play by the Jaylen Brown Gobbler. I'm not going to lie, that nice little step back, and he's going to green that. So now the score is 5-4. It's been a decent game up to this point. I'm gonna hit my center, he's gonna hit me back, and I'm gonna green that 3-pointer. I really don't know what they were doing here. It was honestly bad defense, but this kid shit down his leg, and I have no idea what that was, but we'll take it. I told you the Jaylen Brown Gobbler had a 99 steal. He was definitely using it, but we get it back. And then what do you know? He's going to press square again, and he gets it back. I tried to foul him on the fast break, but it didn't let me, so they end up getting a nice dunk right here. I'm bringing the ball up, and I'm going to go for my 47th KD go-to shot of the runs, but this Jaylen Brown Gobbler, look at him, bro. He's going to take a nice dunk in transition. That was nice. This kid really just doesn't stop. Like, I'm not going to lie, he just doesn't stop. That's why I was like, that's why I've been, like, look at this, bro. God, man. Back on defense, they end up getting a pretty decent look right here. Thank God he missed that. I probably would have had to send him a nasty message, but I have the ball after the foul, and I'm pretty much having a legacy shitter at this point. I get a wide open look. Keep in mind, I have a 99 3-ball clank. I do a decent job here cutting them off on the baseline, but they do some weird wrap thing. That gotta be an L2, and Donovan Mitchell greens a 3-pointer. This kid is still spamming square. I'm gonna hit my man Trey, and he is going to clank that as well. We are not looking good, but I hit that right there, making it 12-10. This Donovan has to have 2 brain cells because I don't know what he was shooting. We actually get pretty bailed out because they had him on the team. I don't know what he's doing, and in transition, I'm knocking it down. You already know. Our defense, now that I'm thinking about it, is actually looking criminally bad. They are just clanking, so thank God for that. I'm going to dot the corner right here and do some type of weird L2 thing. I don't even know, but you know that's green, and we got heat check, 12-16. We played pretty good defense. These kids' shot selection has got to be studied because he does a 720 spin shot and Trey comes up with the rebound. So now we have control over this game. I'm pretty sure NBA players' stats get boosted because I would just never make that in my life, but thank God. 12-18, just no threes. They actually get an open look here, but thank God this kid is blind. Down on the other end, I'm surveying for a 3. You see that flame below me. I couldn't end up getting it, but I did get this nice self-hoop. 12-20, as long as something crazy doesn't happen, we should win this game pretty easily. My center, for some reason, ends up in La La Land. I try to rotate, but it is too late. 1 bucket away, they double team me off the screen, and that's an easy roll for the dub. Getting into our second to last game here, and this is when Trey really started to heat up. But first play, I'm going to dot my center. You already know that's green, starting it off 3-0. Down on the other end, this kid really kind of looks like a bot. I'm not going to lie, but he's going to get the easy 2 right there. Good play by him. Then we got Trey bringing it up. He's going to dot me wide open on the hash, and I am going to green that, making the score 6-2. I'm not going to lie, I think these kids are kind of trash because look at what they're shooting and dribbling. They can't really do anything. Easy rebound. Hit me in transition. I'm going to hit Trey, and that is a big green. Now we're on defense. They do actually end up getting a pretty good look right here, but clanks it again. Jesus. This is turning into a flood fest. My center is dribbling the ball up the court. He's going to pump fake, hit me. I'm going to make a baseline drive, draw in defense, pass it back to him, and that is chicken. This game is looking like raps. I'm not really going to bore you guys with the rest of this game. They were so trash. I'm really only going to show you guys Trey's highlights. Like this right here, he does a little size up dribble, goes around the baseline, and is going to do an in between the legs dunk. For some reason, that's really the only dunk he has. This was also another play by him. He's going to size him up again behind the back green. This next possession is tough. I didn't even know Trey had this in his bag, so we're going to get a steal. I pass it back to him, let him work out. He's going to do this little dribble that he does. I don't even know what that is, and throws a self lob. Nah, that was tough. Score is 16-20. These kids really have no chance. He goes in, tries to head top him, but ends up missing. And then game point, my center's going to take a front fade. He ends up missing, but I put that back. That was tough. That's game 3. This is the last gameplay I got for you guys. I'm going to keep this one pretty short, just highlights as well. I'm going to drive in, kick it out to Trey, and he greens that nice little midi right there. Score is 2-2. Off the inbound, they're lacking. Another baseline underleg dunk. Tie game. I swing it over to Trey in the corner, and we're actually going to see our different dunk for the first time here. Let's go. They end up getting out on the fast break, but Trae Young makes the play right here. Nice steal by him. Up by 2. I'm going to swing it over to him again, and this dude might be a bigger rim runner than me because he's going to put it on his head again. At this point, I was just feeding the hot hot hand. I was giving him the ball. He's going to swing it back to me. I absolutely fry this kid for the easy three-pointer. Here we're up 4. We're looking good, and Trey's going to do a basic escape. I don't know why he has that equipped, and hey, he's going to head tap. This was a very, very questionable take. I'm telling you, he was trying to tear the rim off. We're still up 4 at this point. I'm going to draw in the defense, kick it out, and that's a big green. Now here, I don't know if he actually meant to do this, but that was a great pass. I'm not going to lie, he caught him lacking, but he ended up missing. At this point, I'm feeding the beast. I'm feeding the hot hand. I just want to see some highlights, want to see him go crazy. He gets him up in the air and takes another leg. Told you in the beginning, he started to heat up at the end. He has 15 points. Looking to end the game right here. He's going to fake the rim run, bring it back out, do another basic escape. I don't know why he has that equipped. And green, 18 on his head top, 9 shots. That's actually pretty nuts. But W vid, I just wanted to do a quick little vid, show you guys the gameplay. Shout out to my man Trey once again for running with me. I had a lot of fun. Like and sub if you guys are new, and peace.